Hi, I'll just start by putting us back in context. We've been looking at Engi Padarupam, and several subsequent Vartikas. I may have misspoken about Engi Padarupam. I'm not quite sure. I may have said, or sort of blurred the distinctions. I may have said it was the end of uh, Ekaf, Ekadesha Shastras, Sutras. It's not. Um, it's still an Ekadesha Sutra, but because although it looks as only one thing is being replaced, as you may remember, Engi Padarupam, the uh, letter that has the form of the second letter or the following letter replaces both the preceding and the following. So although it is really just one replacing the other, technically it's one replacing both. So I think I may have said that the Pararupa was no longer Ekadesha, but it is, and it's technically Ekaf Purva Parayoho still. It's still in place of the preceding and following, even though the following is the same letter, which is kind of cool. So just to recap, Engi Pararupam Eve Chani Yoge Shikandvadishu Pararupam Vacham Simantah Keshaveshe. So as you may remember, Simantah Keshaveshe, and technically actually Shikandvadishu Pararupam Vacham are both Garnavartakas, and that means that they are paradigms. I guess you could say they represent entire classes of compounds which are similar and can be considered grammatical even if they're not explicitly mentioned in the grammar. So today we're going to do another Garnavartaka, Sarangaf Pashupakshinoho. Sarangaf Pashupakshinoho. So Sara Anga is a compound. Sara meaning strong, but also speckled or variegated. Now I had to look up variegated just to make sure I got the meaning right, but it's a good word. It means multicolored, with dots or other markings. So multicolored, we could say speckles. So Sara has two potential meanings: strong or variegated, we could say, strong or variegated. Anga is a limb. Anga is a limb. So Sarangaha is a compound. And you may ask yourself, why isn't it Sarangaha? Sarangaha, well, that's the point of the Vartika. So Pashupakshinoho, another compound. Pashu is, it's interesting, it's a tethered animal, and I think that refers to sacrificial animals because sacrificial animals are tethered, and there's a lot of detail about how that goes about. And it means especially as opposed to wild animals. Now, paksha is wing, so pakshina is winged, or you could say birds. So putting that together, when Sara plus Anga refers to a tethered animal or a bird, then the Pararupa comes. So here the Pararupa of Sara and Anga would be Hrasva, and it comes in place of both the final of Sara and the preceding, the beginning of Anga. So if you ever see Sarangaha, that means a tethered animal. However, if you ever see sarangaha, sarangaha, that does not mean a tethered animal. That means a strong man, strong-limbed one, sarangaha. So that's another one of these beautiful, detailed expressions of the grammar. And so perhaps not everyone who sees sarangaha will understand that, or sarangaha, but now we do.